book club for American Wife. Hello. I can't hear you. Now I hear you.
Okay.
No,
Hi.
now I hear you.
What's up?
How are you? I'm like, nobody is here yet.
I'm here.
Yay!
I haven't read this book, Michelle, since December. So
I finished it today.
what did you think?
It was, I liked the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the second part when she meets him.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like the third part. It was
No, me neither.
like dragged on forever.
Yeah.
I think the whole book could have been like 100 pages shorter.
I liked the way that she writes.
Wait, hold on. One more person just joined us. Who is it? And I think the ending was rushed.
It was.
Like, I don't understand what the ending was. It was.
I didn't like how they skipped like the entire part of him being governor. It's like all of a sudden, like, you know, part 2 ends, and then the next thing he's like president. And it's like, wait,
they could have talked about the campaigns or something.
Yeah, what happened to all these years that he you know?
Oh, we lost whoever that was.
It was Maria something.
Oh, Sierra,
It was
maybe?
Maria. So, how are you?
Good. You?
Michelle, you look amazing.
Thank you. I'm pretty sure if my face is getting chubby again.
Mm-mm.
It is.
Oh shit.
Your house just turned pink.
I know. We had these lights on. You know what? Hold on. I gotta go get my phone. I don't have it with me. I'll be right back. Have you seen my phone? Where is my phone? Oh my God, where did my phone go? Or maybe I have it in the office and I don't even know it. Here it is, found it.
How do I?
It was in the back.
Hello. We have one more person join us. There's a few more coming. Okay. There we go. I couldn't get the whole screen to load. Hi, Jennifer. Thanks for joining us.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. It's the virtual book club.
We're just gonna give it a few more minutes for a few more people to join because we had like 10 or 12 RSVP and I saw some people trying to join and then got kicked off for some reason.
I got you. All right, no worries. I'll be here. Thank you.
No problem.
Michelle, were you able to get in contact with the author?
Yeah. Not her. She ignored all my messages on social media. But her publicist or agent responded and there was a fee for her to join us. So she's not joining us.
Okay, then.
Okay, more people. Let me message Maria, see if she got lost. Rhonda!
I was, you'd think after a year of Zoom that I would, but it wouldn't go off my desktop, so I had to go on my laptop here.
Oh, no worries. We haven't started, giving a few minutes for people to join.
Awesome.
Well, we just lost one person that was on, and one person came on and off quickly. And there's like maybe 10 or 12 that are supposed to join us tonight.
Huh. Okay.
So, how are you?
Good. 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 How are you?
Good.
Good.
Rhonda, Jessica.
Hi,
Hi.
Jessica.
Jessica and I went to high school together.
Awesome.
Rhonda is my travel friend.
Nice.
Traveled together. She
Yeah.
has a magazine in Tampa.
Oh, cool.
I got kicked
No,
out
you're
too.
back. It's okay.
I'm back. I don't know. It just logged me off. So weird.
I was doing introductions. You just want to introduce yourself. Rhonda is the publisher of a magazine in Tampa. Jessica is an attorney in Miami.
Awesome. I'm in Miami too. I'm a teacher.
Awesome.
Oh, good. for
Third
you.
grade.
Wow.
Live or on
Zoom?
computer?
Both. I have
Both.
some kids that are still on Zoom and the rest in person. But
Okay.
mostly in person. I have I have 23 now in person.
Okay.
And every now and then if they get exposed or something, you know, they go back and forth.
That's got to be hard. I don't even know how you do it.
It's crazy. This year has been crazy.
And do you have kids too?
I do.
my
I
gosh.
have two. And they're back full time, live and in person.
That must have been hard when they weren't back, like juggling everything.
Yes. And my husband's working from home as well. So he was in one room, I was in another room, my older one was in another room.
One of my friends, her and her husband are teachers. She's fourth grade. He's high school. And they have 3 little boys that were all doing Zoom at home. So it was very chaotic.
Oh my God.
At one point, she needed to have a grandfather come in and help, like the tiniest one, because he's in kinder, to manage him a little.
That sounds like a friend of mine too. We all have that one person that was like so many kids.
Yeah.
I don't even know how, like for elementary, I mean, at least middle and high school, they could probably get it together, you know, computer literate and know things. But when you have a kindergarten, I had one friend that called me right now. She was hiding in her closet trying to escape her kid. She had a kindergarten and then a third grader. And she's like, how do you teach kindergarten on Zoom?
Impossible.
It's hard. My nephew started preschool this year, so his first experience was Zoom, and he hated it. One day he got off, he put on his bathing suit, and he came back out. His mom thought he had gone to the restroom, and he's like, I'm going to the pool. I'm not doing that anymore. And she was like, yes, you are. Go put your clothes back on and sit in front of the computer.
Oh, that's so funny.
He was like,
No,
I'm
yeah.
done today. And she's like, you are not done. It's 1 o'clock.
I know.
I decided it's school time.
I mean, he's never been to school. He didn't know what the rules were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
God.
really lucky because my little one, he's 8, he's in 3rd grade, but he's nonverbal, he's autistic. So I had to have his therapist here the whole day for him to be able to even stay on or try to do some work on Zoom. It was rough.
Oh, I can't.
Yeah.
We have one more. Maria, welcome.
Yay.
There she is.
That's such a pretty picture.
There's that cherry blossoms.
It looks like it.
Okay, what time is it? Okay, 10 minutes. So I guess we can start. And if anybody comes in late, they can just join us in the middle of it.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we hear you. Welcome.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm having audio issues. I unfortunately had to be on the road, so I should be off the road soon.
No, it's okay. I saw you come in and off before. And I'm like, we lost her. in
Yeah,
5
it
seconds.
kicked me off. Yeah, I got off. It's my internet. Sorry.
Okay. Well, we haven't started. Everybody was just introducing themselves. So if you want to introduce yourself, and whoever comes in later will just jump on in.
All right. So I'm Maria, and I actually know Michelle from grade school. So she inspired me to pick up reading again with this book club, and it's actually the first time I joined a book club. So yeah, I'm excited to just see how this goes and experience something new, but happy I got back into reading. So looking forward to hearing
Are
you
you
guys.
guys
And
are you guys in Miami as well?
I am, yes.
yes, I'm in Miami.
Ron
Where'd you
doesn't
guys go
know.
to school?
I went to high school with Michelle, so I went to Lourdes.
Yep. And FIU.
Awesome.
Yeah,
You?
well, we went to the same elementary and then FIU as well.
I went to WR for middle school and Braddock for high school.
Oh.
And then
Great.
I went to FIU and Miami-Dade, both.
Okay, before we start, some of you know me from past or live connected, but if you want to invite a friend or anything to join us, it doesn't have to be just people I know. Jennifer, I just met tonight. So invite people to join us in. And we will have, tonight we don't have an author. Jessica asked me if we are having an author tonight, and we do not. I did stalk her on social media. I emailed her publicist and her agent, and they finally responded last week, which is why this is a little bit longer than 2 months, because I was waiting to see if they would reply. And there was a fee for her to join us. So we do not have an author tonight. But we do have one, the next book. I am between two, and neither author has replied, but in the future, we already have one confirmed. So there will be authors again.
Yay.
So what did you guys think of the book? And did anybody end up Googling Laura Bush and a certain circumstance? Because I did it like 5 times.
I never did. I wanted to, but I ended up not Googling.
I like Googled, does Laura Bush have a gay grandma? I Googled, did Laura Bush have a car accident?
And what is the answer to
Google those
questions?
things. Yeah, I want to know.
The gay grandmother did not come up, but she did have a car accident where she did kill a classmate.
Oh,
Laura Bush
wow.
did?
Yeah, that
Wow.
was true. And she wrote about him in her memoir, apparently, after reporters found out that had happened. But they didn't say if they dated. They just said they were close friends, like the articles I found. But she did, and his name was not Andrew Imhoff. It was Michael something, but that was a true story.
Wow, that's crazy.
I also Googled abortion and I couldn't find it.
That was probably very well hidden.
Yeah. The whole time I had to like force myself to not think that it was exactly Laura Bush. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, it's loosely based on her,
based.
but the whole time I'm like, oh my God, did she really do that? But yeah, it was hard. It was hard to like separate Laura Bush from the character in the book.
Those big
Like,
things,
even-
I would be like, a car accident? Google right away.
Like even her voice, like wouldn't you guys like read it in her voice? Like I would read it in her voice.
A little bit.
Like, yeah.
So what were your overall thoughts of the book?
I loved it. I like the way that they told the story. It was like I could picture everything, her house, you know, in her small town, and her grandmother, you know, smoking her cigarette and her books everywhere, you know. I really enjoyed her story. And the way that she had a voice, even when, you know, everything around her was more like, oh, Republican, 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 you know, she still, you know, had her voice. I like that.
I love the grandmother's character.
Yeah.
She certainly had a lot of influence on her.
Yeah.
And, you know, after she, you know, when she got pregnant, I mean, the grandma, I mean, it's amazing how she took care of the situation and knowing that her son and his wife would not probably approve. I mean, just took care of it.
Yeah.
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 I mean,
considering that they supposedly shunned the grandmother from her lifestyle so much, it was kind of implied like that they knew and shut her out for her to protect the granddaughter in a nicer way.
right.
Yeah. Yeah. I liked how like I thought the character, what was her name again? I read this book so long ago. I read it like in December.
Alice, the main lady.
Alice, yes. I liked how Alice was very like, she was very like self-confident, self-assured, and was very like, but not like in a, you know, like in a conceited way or anything. Like she was just like very like, I know myself and I'm confident in myself and in my beliefs. And like, you know, you see things a different way, and that's fine, but I'm gonna believe like what I believe in.
Where did you think
Yes.
that came from?
What did I think? What?
Where do you think that came from? Because her mom didn't seem to be so self-assured. She seemed to be like
I don't know.
old school.
I
like-
I think it was
I think it was from all her passion for reading.
for
Yeah.
reading,
Yeah.
I felt like
exactly. Yeah.
I think it was the reading and the grandma.
she was so
Yes.
grounded that it didn't matter. Yeah, she was always just so prepared. She was well-rounded in like what she read. It wasn't just like one genre. So that was, I think, something that really contributed to that.
Yeah.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
just knowing a lot and knowing different, you know, things about life and how she felt, and that how she was okay being alone a lot too, you know, like she didn't always need to be with
Yeah.
someone.
Yeah.
I like that.
What did you think of when
Oh.
she met Charles?
Charlie.
Charlie. When she
I
first
don't know how she liked him, because he seemed like so like, I
opposite.
don't know, man. It was a
I
lot.
know.
He was a lot. Like, I get his like charm and his outgoing personality and all that, but I just think that him and like the whole family, it was a lot to take in, you know?
Yeah, I
But-
think she was more enamored by him and how much he was interested in her. Like, why is this guy interested in me?
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
true.
Or, you know, his family dynamics were completely different than hers. I mean, he had
Yeah.
this loud, boisterous family that, you know, they all, you know, came together and had Sunday supper. And, you know, whereas, you know, her family was, you know, they were pretty much like loners. I mean, they didn't, it just, they kind of
Yeah.
them themselves.
Yeah.
Exactly.
More small
Yeah.
town.
Okay, because they're in my ear. They're in my
She
ear.
was also an only child. So she didn't have, you know, the brothers that he had and the wives and the big family and the kids.
I would've-
Like,
So overwhelmed
Okay.
by that summer estate that they would all stay at.
man,
Like
the one bathroom.
one bathroom.
Like, come on, one bathroom?
That's
It didn't even work well.
That's Queen Jennifer. That's Maria, and that's Rhonda. Okay, good night. That's a picture. I love you. Good night. Go with Poppy now. Okay?
And okay, so who wants to talk about her relationship with Priscilla from like the beginning and how much it changed at the end? Priscilla is
Intimidating.
Charlie's
The
mom.
mother-in-law,
The
right? I don't
mom.
remember
Yeah,
much.
the
I don't
mother-in-law.
remember.
She sounded like a horrific mother-in-law at first.
Yes,
I read
she
this
did.
a long time ago too.
Super intimidating.
Yes. But was there like a
And
turning point in the relationship? I don't remember.
At one point, she told her, I think it was like when she left him for a few weeks,
Mhm.
that she said she was rooting for her because she was the one that most reminded her of herself. That she's
Yeah.
like she was her favorite, but she always thought that she didn't like her.
I was so upset when she took the maid to the play and then
Yeah?
she approached her. And
Oh,
she,
yeah.
like the mom approached her and it was like, please don't be doing that, you know, don't take her. I'm like, what? Why would she, you know, care about
It was
that?
also a different time where you didn't take
Yeah.
people of color out like that, especially if they were
Yeah.
maids.
But she knew that one of her best friends was of color.
Yeah.
Like one
Oh,
of the
that's right.
fellow
That's right.
teachers,
The teacher
right?
friend. Yeah.
She even came to her wedding, and wasn't she like the only person of color at their wedding? I think she
Yeah.
said.
Yeah, I think so.
No.
Did anybody not like anything about the book?
I thought the end was a
Loved
little
it.
rushed. I liked it overall, but I wish I would have heard more about the time that he was like a governor and about his presidential campaign and maybe more about like their daughter growing up. I don't know.
It did feel
just-
all of a sudden, yeah, they were in the White House.
yeah.
Yeah.
I personally didn't like the third part. Like I liked her younger years. I liked the middle when she met him. The third part, I was like, this is dragging on. It took me weeks to read through it. I was like, oh, I don't want to read any more of this.
But it was so short, wasn't it? Wasn't it like super
I
short?
just
the
feel like
last
it was
part?
like very repetitive. And then suddenly they're like in the White House. I'm like,
Mhm,
how is he
mhm, that's true.
governor? Like he bought a baseball
Yeah.
team and then he's president. Like how did he go from
Exactly.
baseball to
Yeah.
president?
I
Yeah.
read the first two sections really fairly quickly. I mean,
Me
it was
too.
engaging. I was like,
Same.
her whole younger years, and when they had the accident, and then even meeting him. But I really had a hard time finishing it. It was probably like I was reading the other sections like every night before I went to bed, and then it was like over 2 weeks that it just seemed like it's like come on, something happened, and I kept reading, and there was nothing like to grab you in.
Yeah.
It was like the dad thing, like the dad of the soldier that died staying in like the tent.
Oh yeah.
And then the award that they were gonna give her, the function, like the teacher award, and it was like all that like that day felt like it dragged on forever, that they were on a plane and they went to like a bunch of different things. I felt like that was
right at the end. Like it ended right after that.
when she went to talk to the doctor. I was like, that she died that day. I was like, oh, it never came out.
Do you think she really did anyone look up if she died of natural causes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel
I
like
wondered if that was true, or if they ordered a hit on her.
Well, that's what she thought, but he
right?
said no. The chief of staff said no.
Oh no!
Right.
If
I
you
know they
watch
said
like
that.
Scandal,
The ending just felt really rushed.
yeah.
Like that third section dragged on, and then the ending was like, let's just wrap this up. I'm done writing.
Oh, how about the relationship between her and her best friend?
That was.
And how they didn't talk because of the relationship with Charlie, and how she went back at the end.
Yes.
How she went back at the end and she was with the brother.
Yeah.
That
was really like, whoa.
Yeah. It was like, yeah.
It was kind of like all the build up to, or that whole last part, build up to her, abortion, and thought that it was going to come out to the country, and how that would reflect on him. Her husband, that's the president, who's very much, was kind of against that. And then, so, she goes back, visits the, her best friend and boyfriend, I guess. I don't know if they ever got married, or did they?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think they were.
I don't think
No,
they
I
did.
don't think so.
But then, but she didn't end up having to tell her daughter because the doctor died. So it was kind of like all of that stress of that day and the actions of that day were really for nothing, because it didn't, at the end, the woman died and her secret was safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I almost wanted it to come out. Like I wanted to see what would happen, and I wanted her to talk to her daughter about it. I think that would have been a good part of the story.
Me too. I think the friendship with her best friend, there should have been like a conversation at some point, because it was a falling out or of a guy that was never hers.
Right.
Like
it was someone
she liked from afar. They never went on a date or anything, and those things happen in real life all the time. And not talk for 30 years was
exactly. I felt like
she should have been a conversation at some point.
I agree. Like I felt like
she tried.
Dina did it to her first,
thing, right?
The
when
crown,
she brought the thing, yeah.
So she remember she thought it was the mom, like
the mom, yeah.
I feel like Dina did it to her first with the original, the guy that passed away. Like the note said that he liked Alice, and then Dina went and took him. Like pretty much, that was supposed to be her boyfriend.
Now that you mention him, at the end of the book, she has that dream with him that they're together, and she describes how she loves him and how like life has been different with him.
Yeah.
To me, I was like, you loved him, but you were like a sophomore in high school, which would be different from your love at 30 or 40 or 60.
Yes.
So do you guys think that if she would have, like, if he wouldn't have died, would they ended up together, or would they have like dated and broken up? Because
who knows?
That's like a high school sweetheart. But Rhonda is a high school sweetheart.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You know, I was gonna out.
And actually, on March 13th, it was actually our 39-year dating anniversary.
Wow.
I love
Wow. Congrats, Rhonda. That's awesome.
Congratulations.
They're the funnest couple to hang out with. They're like best friends.
That is so awesome.
But so, I mean, I don't, part of the fact that, he died, I mean, she idealized it her whole life.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
you don't know if they would have got together, if not. I mean, like you said, Michelle, what you feel typically at 17, 16, whatever they were,
Yeah.
she was not able to ever, they weren't ever able to come together to realize it. So it's like her idealized life of what she would have had or could have had compared to what she ended up with. So it's like, and when people idealize things, it always seems better than it really would have been.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course.
It would have been different. But the brother did say that Andrew loves her.
Yeah.
Remember he
but
said
at,
that?
like,
He
17.
said he did love her. Yeah, but I never thought that they had that kind of relationship for him to actually, love
No,
her.
he died.
They
when
never
were
even
on their first
exactly. They
date.
were gonna meet up for the first time, like at that party.
Like they could have dated and
I
hated
don't
each
know.
other after a week. Like who
Right.
They
knows?
could have.
It's not like
Yeah,
if they
the
went
ones-
at 17 and like grew in love together. Like they could have faded.
Yeah.
I mean, I
I mean,
can't even,
people did marry young back then, though.
True.
yeah. But the whole idea, if you, I mean, I
Sorry,
don't
go
know how
ahead,
she
Rhonda.
ever really recovered from killing someone to even go on and
Yeah.
have, I mean, it was pretty remarkable. I mean, how you handle that. And I'm sure, they didn't have a ton, there's no therapy, or how do you even accept it? It was just like, I guess nobody talked about it.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
No, and
It's
back-to-back
surprising that.
traumas.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that it's it's surprising that even though she carried that burden, that it wasn't something that like prevented her from still living her life and living a fulfilling life. And it's true, like I'm sure they didn't have like therapy. They had it, but I'm sure nobody went to like a therapist or something to deal with grief or with the guilt that she was
Exactly.
suffering.
No, she just grieved on her own. Like her
Yeah.
did anything for her. Her family kind of like shunned her from church and
Yeah.
after that happened.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was gonna add to that.
I mean,
On top of the murder or the killing situation, the accident, it was then she had the pregnancy and the abortion
Oh yeah.
experience, which probably formed a lot of her, beliefs, but just back to back, traumatic things in life that definitely built her character.
Did you guys expect the grandmother
and then to be a what?
like she's talking about the abortion? Did you expect the grandmother to be in a lesbian relationship at that time, and considering her age at the moment? Like when I read that scene, I was like,
Yeah, I was just as shocked as she was seeing them too.
Yeah, I was shocked too. I didn't see that coming.
I was in shock. Yeah.
I was
I did
picturing
not
like
see it
two
coming.
best friends hanging out, and that didn't even occur to me.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
thought they were going to Chicago to visit her friend. Not that the grandma and her were lovers,
At
Yeah, no,
all.
but she caught them like kissing or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, and like lingerie
Yeah.
and stuff.
That's crazy.
something
Yeah.
you can't unsee.
Yeah.
What I also never expected was Alice to hook up with the brother and have that
Yeah.
whole sexual relationship.
That was a really hard,
like,
that was hard to read because you could feel for her
Yeah.
and you were like, and I was
like,
so
oh, no,
grossed
she's
out by
going back.
him. I was
I
so
was, like,
grossed out by
cringing.
him. Yes,
Yeah.
it was. I was
Yeah.
like, why are you doing
It
this?
was
Like, don't do this.
cringy.
She almost like she was doing it to like punish herself basically for killing the brother.
Yeah.
That's like that unresolved, like when you need therapy that we were just talking about.
Yeah.
Like that was her way of coping with it, I
Yeah.
guess, like punishing herself. And when I don't remember what he said, the scene that she went back, like one of the last times that they were in the kitchen,
Oh yeah.
like he said something like
He
really
insulted her.
derogatory to her.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was, but I was like, Lee, I was like screaming at the book.
Yeah.
It was
know,
something like that the
because-
brother wouldn't have liked a whore or something like that.
Something like
a
that.
whore. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
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 But going back to what you were saying about something that I didn't like about the book, I felt like that lingering unresolved relationship with Dina, it took so long to get to, and then I just wanted it to be more dramatic. Like it was just that half-hour meeting. So that was like
Yeah.
the one thing I'm like, that's it? This is it?
I wanted like a prologue. Like this is what happened 5 years later. I moved back and we're friends. Like I wanted
Yeah.
something more to it. That was like the one thing that I was just kind of like, man, I was wanting a little more.
Yeah. I wish you would have talked when I guess Dina gave the daughter was it
Oh,
like
yeah,
a tiara or
yeah.
something in the
Mhm,
front
yeah.
yard, and she never actually went. I was like, oh, is she gonna go? Is she gonna go? And then never. I was like, oh, that would have been the time, I think.
Would have saved like 15 years.
But yeah.
And okay,
Yep,
so
yep.
her relationship with her husband, do you think she was in love, or do you think it was just like she was in love when she was young and then she was kind of like wrapped up into it? Everyone's face is like,
I know. It's
I
such a
know. I
I
think
think
she
she
was
was
able
like,
to love him for who he was.
yes.
Like, as a, you know what I mean? Like, I know I felt like she was enamored by his charm,
Yes.
clearly, but like she
The
knew who he was
drinking,
at his
no.
core at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So I think she loved him as an individual and was able to get to that.
Mhm.
But he just got so mean when he would drink.
Oh my God,
Like
yeah.
the drinking, I don't know if she put up with that for so long.
and
And
he's
not just that, but like have a real job. Like he was basically like, you know, like going to the meat plant like once a week or whatever, and like living off of family money. And I thought that was like, I was surprised that she like, you know, like accepted that for so long. And then he's like, oh, I bought a baseball team. I have a real job now. Like, I don't know.
And yet worried about his legacy the whole time. Like, really?
Right, right.
Rhonda,
No, and then the religion, he found, religion when she was gone, that she didn't really ever, she was like, okay, if this is what you need to stop drinking and to get your life together and to find a purpose, okay. But she was never really into it.
Mm-hmm.
She just accepted it, but I don't know.
Well, I mean, I think that, she liked the idea of, since she was from a small family and it was just, really her dad and mom and her, and then, the grandma, but it was like a very tight family. And she wanted that for her daughter. So I think she, was satisfied with the way that their life was, but I'm not sure that she was as passionate about him,
Mhm.
yeah.
going through that. I mean, the whole religion thing, she accepted it, but she certainly didn't live it and didn't embrace it.
Right.
Exactly.
Or his political, like she didn't embrace a lot of like core value things.
I think that will be a very hard relationship to maintain in the real world.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
like she said that they would not, when they got to the White House, their conversations were not like real conversations. They would talk about the politics or what their day was going to be like, their schedule, but they didn't really get into those deep conversations until the end,
I was reading that thinking like, is this what it's like for other presidents? But then I remembered Obama has said like that's what kept him, like the deep conversations he would have with his wife. I don't know any other president has said that. I know he had said it in interviews before, but I imagine like if you're the president, you would have to rely on someone. I guess for him, maybe it was the chief of staff or.
Well, I think, like the Obamas, I think their core values and their values were the same.
Yeah.
With Alice and Charlie, clearly she didn't see eye to eye on everything or most of his directions and policies. She accepted them because that wasn't her job, is not the president, and that's his job.
Yeah.
But to me, the Obamas have more the same core values.
Do you think Laura Bush disagreed with George Bush's policies? I don't remember any of that.
I have no idea.
Either.
I don't know.
And she was like an active first lady. So I was reading that thinking like she did all the stuff.
But for her, I mean, she was definitely, the librarian type, where
right.
Mrs. Obama, Michelle, I mean, she was like an activist in activism, and she, I'm going to be more in charge, where just the personality of Laura Bush was more demure, and she would, I think very much like Alice, let her husband, who's the president, he's in charge. I might not like it, what he does, but most of the time publicly, I'm going to be accepting of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's kind of funny that their daughter, in a lot of ways, was more like Charlie in terms of,
Yes.
you know, her zealous for, you know, religion and I mean just her day to day.
And she was also into politics and international relations.
Into politics.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I
they
think
went to the same, she ended up going to the same college as him and doing all the things, yeah, like in the same religion. And she was more religious, you know, with his beliefs, which is why she was so scared to talk to her daughter about the abortion, because she didn't think she was going to accept it.
I think Jessica was filled the void of a daughter, even though at the end the daughter tells her that she was a little bit jealous of her. But I feel like they kind of said it in a joking way. They made it sound in the book, and even she received it in a joking way. But I feel like even when she was little, that she tried to get her into the school and she took her all those books to read. I feel like she was the one she most connected with as like a daughter figure. They even mentioned at one point that they had a 2-person book club. Like they shared that common interest.
Right.
Yeah. I liked her character.
Yeah, me too. I liked her a lot.
Me too.
Have you read any of the other books by this author?
No, but I want to.
No, but I've heard that Prep is good.
That's the one I want to read. I want to read Prep.
That's the only one I've ever heard of
have
before.
not.
I didn't even know she had all these other ones.
Yeah. I didn't either.
Yeah, at the end, I saw that she had gotten a lot of her information from other books written about Laura Bush.
Yeah, she did a lot of research. I Googled her, and there was an interview about her of like what inspired her, and it was when she heard about the car accident.
Oh wow.
But I'm following her on Facebook, and she does post a lot of like political commentary, and she'll share not like her own personal opinions, but she'll share a lot of political articles. So I think it's something she's interested.
She's passionate about.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I want to read some of her other ones because I liked how she writes.
Yeah, I liked her the way she wrote too. It was engaging.
I'm gonna take some questions from the book now.
Yeah,
The novel opens and closes with Alice wondering if she made terrible mistakes. Do you think she has? If so, what are they? Do you think she gave up a little bit of who she is, maybe?
I think she remained pretty true to herself, even in the end, with telling him, you know, how she felt about the war and about everything. I think, but she did give up that small town girl feel for all the, you know. But
I think
I don't
maybe
think she made any mistakes.
I don't know if she made mistakes, but I think she could have done maybe more with her like more activism or something if she wasn't married to Charlie. Like yes, she held those beliefs, but like what good did it do when she couldn't really like share them or like do anything about them, you know?
Yeah, even the things that she picked to be interested as first lady were very like standard, non-controversial.
Right.
things.
Right.
Breast cancer.
Yeah.
One of the things I thought that was a little contradicting that maybe could align with a mistake is she was so vocal about her values and her position and so grounded in her beliefs, but she wasn't transparent with her own daughter. And so I feel that is a little hypocritical, where she could have maybe at the right time in her daughter's life aired that type of experience that she went through, you know, and figure out a way to navigate that conversation so that her daughter obviously makes the right judgment about it. You know, it doesn't have to dictate what religion she's going to go believe in and so forth. But I feel that was a little bit of a challenge that she did struggle with, that wasn't true to herself.
I wanted more like the daughter. I wanted more of the daughter. I feel like we got a lot of it when she was little, but then
I agree.
Yeah, bits and pieces.
We didn't even get like much conversations with them except that last day that she was visiting the White House.
Yep.
You know what character I really liked? The sister-in-law.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Katie.
Yeah, I liked her.
Yeah.
Why'd you like her?
Because she was like fun and she kind of like didn't give a shit about like the family and whatever, and like it seemed like her husband was kind of a dick to her, but
I like when she was like on a sex hiatus and
Yeah. She was like the ally of the family to Alice.
Exactly. She was the only one that she really opened up to about Charlie's drinking problem and how it bothered her
Mhm.
and what she was thinking. I feel like that was her outlet. Yeah.
I was gonna ask, what was his name?
Island.
Okay. What did you think of when Alice and Joe, the guy she kissed in Princeton? What did you think of that whole scene?
I thought that was gonna blow up in her
Me
face.
too.
I was like, oh, that's it. It's over. Somebody saw them.
Yes.
Somebody's gonna tell Charlie. Like, or not that, like, I don't think that Charlie would have like, yes, I think he would have been upset, but I don't think he would have like ended the marriage over something like that. But still, imagine like the wrong person gets that information. And I mean, they didn't have like Twitter and stuff back then, but imagine like now if that would happen, forget it. Like
It would have been all
that
over.
would be the biggest scandal.
I feel like he became kind of stalkerish after, like, see her at parties or stare at
Yes.
her, you know, at events. I was like, oh no, he's gonna do something.
And he
Or
sounded kind
that,
of gross
or
too.
surprisingly
Like,
that he didn't speak up at after they were like first lady and president, like that other Simon guy that
Yeah.
she dated, that totally concocted.
Yes.
oh,
Oh
yeah.
my God.
That Simon guy was horrible. I don't know
Oh,
how
we're
she
better.
dated
What a
him.
creep.
In the book, the question in the book is, why do you think that scene happened between her and Joe? I thought it was happening because it was gonna, like Jessica said, blow up in their faces. But in hindsight, I kind of feel like it had no purpose.
Well, or it just kind of made her seem vulnerable and open to something, but then she really realized, okay, he's not the one for me, even though he wanted her. But it was just kind of like I wouldn't say a character flaw, but it was just, I think, to show her vulnerability and the fact that maybe, you know, her and Charlie weren't solid.
Yeah, because she left right after that, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, for
I think they were both going through something similar, because wasn't Joe
Yeah,
just
his wife,
getting off of
something
a
happened with his
divorce or
wife,
having trouble with
yeah.
his wife, and then she had just found out that Charlie was doing drugs and with someone else, right? So she was super sad. So I guess maybe they
Mhm.
found each other in very vulnerable time, you know, so they
Mhm.
were both there for each other for that moment. I just think it was maybe a mistake, you know, maybe a moment of weakness.
Mhm.
The drug thing. I was reading it wondering the whole time if George W. was like doing
Actually
cocaine
did
at
it.
Princeton.
No, he did. I think he
He
did
did
have like
do
a
cocaine?
drug
Yeah, I
problem.
mean, you didn't Google that
Yeah.
one?
No, I didn't Google that one.
Yes, I think he did. I think he's been like sober for like many, many, many years. I think he
But
did have like
From drinking,
drug
but like
problem.
cocaine too?
No, I think it was like drug and alcohol. Let's find out.
I knew that he was an alcoholic, but I didn't know the drug part.
I mean, I'm sure he probably dabbled in that. He was kind of a little wild, and you know, in a lot of ways, he was kind of, you know, the black sheep of the family, like
Yeah.
Charlie was.
Yeah.
You
Right.
know, you know, in a successful, you know, political family, just whether you want to relate it to the, well, you know, Charlie's dad was what, governor, and then wasn't his one brother, what was
senator.
So very political kind of dynamic, and you know, and I think George W. is kind of the black sheep, you know,
The wild child.
you know.
Remember when they were going around the table in one of the dinners and they were asking like, all right, who's smoked pot before? And they were all like,
but almost all
you're
of
the
them
one
had,
who-"
a lot of them.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, oh.
Okay, it says
Take it
here
back.
that he stopped drinking at age 40. So it doesn't say drugs, it just says drinking.
See, that's what I thought it was drinking. And the whole born again Christian thing is also accurate. Oh, I didn't know that.
I don't know that either.
Did you, and quite honestly, I did not know that this was kind of based loosely on lore, but I didn't know any of that.
No, the whole time you were reading it? No, till like tonight you found out?
Tonight, just
Oh
No.
but now, you know, I could certainly see those similarities.
Yeah.
Oh no, I got a couple chapters in, like I was like, hey, wait, let me wait. And then I turned it to the back.
Maybe you missed it. I think I had posted
And
it
then
Yeah, that's what gave it off for me, because I went into it kind of like Rhonda, and it wasn't until you got into certain timelines that you're just like, okay, it's aligning with what we went through. You know, which presidency was it? I had to kind of look, and then I saw your post that we're going to be discussing, you know, the alignment between the book and Laura Bush, so it gave it away there.
I didn't
But
see
going
that.
into it, I didn't.
Going
Even,
into it, I
like,
didn't either.
the close election and then like 9/11.
Right.
Oh, what did you think about how
Oh,
9/11 was portrayed?
I don't remember.
It wasn't
Yeah,
like
they didn't go
They
that
didn't
deep into it. It wasn't like a
divulge a lot. Yeah.
yeah, it was more
They
like
didn't make it such a big
Oh.
impact.
yeah.
They were like somewhere and they had to like rush to the, were they like in the
Shelter.
limo or something, or I don't remember.
They I think they just like alluded to it, but it was more about how like people were against him because of the war, because of the weapons of mass.
Oh, okay, yeah.
yeah, that they didn't find any weapons of mass
But I kind of
destruction.
feel like again, like we said, they don't really have conversations. Like they never talked about 9/11.
Right.
Considering it had like
Yeah.
recently happened, well, like a year or two, but
Right.
they had
And that was
flashbacks
just-
to a lot of things, and that was never a flashback.
Yeah. And that was such
Yeah.
a monumental thing for this country that I was surprised it wasn't a bigger deal in
Yeah.
context.
I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah.
Like those of you who read The Lies That Bind with us, like that flashback for 9/11 was so awesomely written and like accurate that I was waiting for that out of this, or like a little paragraph or something.
Right.
That book was a book you guys read before this one?
Yeah, the first one, Emily Giffen, The Lies That Bind.
Oh, I have another book by her.
It's based
It was
on
good. I liked it.
9/11. It's really good. It's not based on 9/11, but it surrounds that time frame.
That
Yeah.
time frame. Let's check it out.
Awesome.
Do you guys think Charlie is a likable character?
No,
You don't think so?
I didn't. No.
I feel
loved
like I'm
Charlie
surrounded
at the
by so many
beginning.
of
He
those
was
characters in
super
Miami.
fun.
What? What did you say,
I feel like
Maria?
I'm so used to that character in Miami that it's like a likable, instinctive thing to happen here.
He does sound like the Miami frat boy.
It does.
Like that drunken scene at the barbecue, I'm like, oh, he's the guy that shows
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
And just everything has to
with
be
the
the
six-pack.
charming, sarcastic humor and poking fun at everything. So I see a lot of that in this city.
Mhm.
I don't know how many of you are from Miami, so I missed that.
We went for
round.
Rhonda.
Yeah.
Rhonda, you're safe over there.
I'm from Tampa.
You're safe.
Like I see his charm, but I just like, I don't know. Like it was too much for me. Like
I
the
liked how
no-
he fell in love with her, and saw something in her that I didn't think somebody like him would like someone like her.
yes, I like
You know
that
what I
part.
mean?
Yeah.
I liked
yeah.
their courtship. Like,
I did too. I
Yeah.
like their courtship, but I just don't like, I don't think it's like a realistic match, like in real life. I think
I
it's
liked
very,
the
very
romance.
hard.
I liked that it was like hot and steamy. Like I liked that whole thing, and then like it
Mhm.
fizzled. Like
Yeah.
yeah, forget the
fizzled.
presidency. Like even before the presidency, there was never like he never took her on a date. They were just like arguing, I guess, because he was a drunk. Like there was
Yeah.
nothing. He was like avoiding her. And I
Mm.
at first, before the whole like drunken thing, where he was just like missing at work late at night before they said it was the drinking, I was kind
Yeah.
of
But she was doing everything,
yeah, I was
like
like,
raising
"You're
that
like
child
crap,
on her
never
own.
around."
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
How would you read
okay.
I'd be like, get out.
it?
Stop drinking or get out.
Okay. How do you think Laura Bush would react to the novel?
Well, considering that like the accident was true,
Yeah, there's a few things that are true.
a lot of things that are true. I think it was a flattering depiction of her, like of somebody, like, that was somebody that I knew. I would hold them like in high esteem. I would like them. Like I would be okay with it, because obviously you have to put little salacious things in there to like catch people's attention
Yeah.
and to make the book like, like you want to read it. Like nobody wants to read about a boring life. But I thought it was, I thought it was pretty flattering depiction overall.
I agree. I think I would have to know more. Maybe read a book that maybe she did she write a memoir about her life story? I don't know if there's
Oh,
something
I don't know.
that's more about her written.
Is there there's a
compare.
biography of her, or there are, like,
There's
a
I think
There,
like,
but-
written by people around her, but not her.
Oh,
But not her.
That I've heard.
So
I don't know. There could be.
I mean, I liked it.
Rhonda, what do you think?
She was a great character. I loved her in this book.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was very flattering. I mean, I could very much see, I mean, Alice's character was very demure, and she kind of like was a rule follower and just did things that were expected of the position all along. When she, during the election, during, the being governor, he was governor or
Governor.
governor.
And then so she was, I mean, I could see her just being very much just going with the flow, kind of not rocking the boat, keeping it. Now, did you find out, did she have an abortion too?
I don't think she did.
No, you don't think so?
I don't remember. I don't think she did. I know the accident was for sure.
But I mean, do we know? I mean, what was Laura Bush? Is she, pro-choice?
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I know, but she seemed to me being more, certainly more religious, or at least going to church and things.
She does support gay marriage and abortion. Just came up.
Okay.
And it says she went against her husband to champion same-sex and abortion. Same-sex marriage and abortion.
Okay. Well, I like her better than her husband then. Just saying.
Did she actually vote against her husband?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
I kept thinking
That
I
was
wonder if Melania
crazy.
did that too.
You wonder,
Because like Alice was saying how she hated being first lady, and she was like counting the months and the hours. Like Melania hated being first lady.
Yeah.
Like
Since day one.
She did not embrace the rule at all. And I'm like,
she's like, I
wonder if
didn't
she
sign
felt
up
like
for
Alice.
this. I didn't sign up for this.
Dame.
Yeah.
The whole time I was like, did she have a countdown like Alice? Did she also vote against her husband?
Probably.
Probably. How many pictures of her were there, like, of her, like, like making like a whatever face when she was standing next to him?
I would have never thought that a first lady would vote against her husband. Like when they put that in the book, I'm like, that would have never occurred to me.
I think that's a
And like,
little
she said that no reporter asked her. I don't think it occurs to me.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, they took the picture waving. You think like they're going against her? I'm like, what? Like, I'm so happy I'm voting against her.
Yeah, it's you.
Don't want this lifestyle.
What's the next book?
I was just gonna
Yeah,
ask
what are
that.
we thinking?
I haven't totally decided. I'm thinking maybe, well, you guys can tell me. I might put like a vote between two. One of the ones I would really like to read is The Luckiest Girl Alive, because it's going to be a Netflix series.
Is that the one? Is it like the one that's a true story?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. No, I'm
It's gonna
thinking
be on what? I'm sorry.
Apparently she has like,
Little
she goes
Untitled.
through something in her like life at some point, but she kind of becomes like a, I don't know, like not an influencer, but in the public eye more, and then like the secret comes out is what I got from the bio. I haven't read it, but it's going to be a Netflix series with Mila Kunis.
Oh,
I love her.
They're like currently writing the screenplay.
yes, this is what I
Which
thought
is
it
probably
was.
why the author's ignoring me.
I think she, yeah. This it came
I
out
just
a
thought it
couple
was
years
cool
ago,
because it's going to
right?
be a Netflix series, but they're like currently writing the screenplay, so not anytime soon.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's
Okay.
the going
What's
rate,
the other option?
Michelle? Oh, go ahead.
For the author, I didn't ask. I said we didn't have a budget.
Oh,
I'm curious now.
She was it's like speaking engagement. Like it's not a speaking engagement.
It's just a little like say hi and talk to us about your book for a little bit.
I know, right?
Give
Give you some
publicity.
kudos.
And like
What's the
your
other
author? Most of these
Hi.
authors are
Hi. Hi. He's about to sneeze.
a lot of these authors are just like they're writing books at their home, so they have like the flexibility.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, they're certainly not going to meet and greets at Barnes and Noble.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
So like, wouldn't you want to engage with your audience,
Audience.
Yeah.
especially if your book's going to be a
Exactly.
Netflix?
I agree. We got to start tagging the authors in our posts while we're reading, so they could start seeing it.
So we are getting Chanel Clayton to come back for the next book in the summer. So we'll have her again. I love her.
Awesome. She was great. She was really great.
She was. I like
Yeah, I
her.
already read that one.
The one that comes out in May?
Oh, no, not that one. The other one, when you debated between her second one or third one or whatever and the American Wife, that everyone wanted a different book.
Uh-huh.
But so I read that, but
We left Cuba.
yes,
You have to read that. Did you like it?
I did.
I haven't finished that one. I was reading it when I picked this one and then I put it down.
Okay.
But
No, I read Next Year in Havana. That's the
that
one I
one's
read.
good.
Yeah.
The Last Train to Key West is about when they built the
The
railroad.
railroad.
Thank you. From Miami to Key West. It is really good.
It's good. Okay. Because
I
I
read
want
it.
to read it.
I read it in 2 days. It focuses on 3 women, one from Cuba, one from the Keys, and one from New York. The one from Cuba is like an ancestor of the same family.
Okay.
Okay.
Because it goes back in time. The sister or the aunt of the dad.
Okay. Well, I'll get that one and read that just to have a book. Because I was like, I'm like needing a book.
That one was really, really good.
Okay.
And like some of the scenes are hard to read, but it was good.
Okay.
I like the other one better, Michelle.
Which one? The middle one?
The Havana one.
Oh,
I
I
didn't
loved
like
the
Key West
Havana
one
one,
that
but I
much.
really liked.
I loved it too. It reminded me of my grandmother.
Yes.
Like I felt like I was the granddaughter and I needed to go back to Cuba. Like I needed to find.
I feel like
It
I
was
got a
really good.
history lesson of things I've heard in my family, but
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly. Yes.
And
I agree.
I got my mom the which one? The When We Left Cuba. That's the one that you
Yeah.
were. I got it for her for Christmas, so I'm gonna
You like
take
it?
it back from her and read it. I don't think she's ready yet, so I'm gonna take
And
it
then
back
there's
and
one
read it.
about the older sister, right? The really pretty
that one, When We Left Cuba.
Oh, that's the one about her?
Yeah.
Uh,
So did you guys like this book?
I did.
I
did.
give it like
Different.
4 stars.
I thought it was
yeah.
different.
I mean, I enjoyed it. I wouldn't recommend it to someone say, oh my God, you got to read it. It's the best thing ever. I mean,
Okay.
it was enjoyable, but I wouldn't like push it.
Yeah, more
It's
people
very
like
different about than what I would pick to read.
like
Sorry.
through the Instagram thing. Some of the girls really like. One of the girls sent me a message like, "I loved it at first. I hate it. I can't get through it. I'm just trying to finish."
Yeah.
We had more people sign up for tonight. I don't know why they're on, but we haven't had the same amount as before. So I don't know if it's the no author or the book just isn't good.
But did they know there was not going to be an author?
Well, I usually say there's an author coming and I didn't, so probably.
No, I liked it. I liked
I
it. I liked
also
it
think
enough that I'm gonna read. Like I want to read her other books.
Okay, so you liked it.
I like you said, I really liked the first 2, if you go chapters or
Yeah, the
sections.
section.
I like that, but it was the third section was just kind of, I didn't know whether it should have been over. It just seemed like it was too long.
I agree. And then the last
It
one,
was a little long. It was long.
I feel like the whole book could have been like 100 pages longer.
Yeah.
I agree. More condensed.
Like, I'll never pick a 550 page book.
You know what though? I like this, Michelle, because I read very fast.
Yes, you were one of the
So-
first people that finished.
I read like I read, but I don't retain. I have a problem.
I think I announced it and Jessica finished like the week later. You and Lydia, who was supposed to be here today, both messaged me. Like, okay, when are we meeting? I'm like, not until like way after Christmas.
I just read really
had to
fast. Like,
stop and read a book in between and then finish this one.
Because you were bored.
No, because I have another book club with my best friend. And they had picked the book and I'm like, I gotta finish this one and then I'll go back since we're not having the book club yet. My little one is cranky.
What's the
gonna have
other
to go
option,
soon.
Michelle, that you said that you were between 2 books for the next one?
I was thinking of the book that was released recently, Layla. What's her name? I have another book by her. Pauline Hoover.
I don't know that one.
Oh my God.
I've heard good things about the author.
I
don't know if
read,
it's that much of a
what was it
mystery, that book.
called?
Layla?
I read It Ends With Us. Oh my God.
I have that one here.
Oh, did you read it? It
No,
Ends With
not
Us?
yet. I was gonna suggest it because I had put if people wanted a thriller or a romance. That one's romantic, right? I was gonna suggest
but it's
it for romance.
also like intense. It's both.
Okay, well, I'm gonna put it on my
But
list.
I like that
anyway.
author.
Okay, so I don't know, one of those. Maybe I'll put another vote like I did last time.
I don't think I've read anything of hers.
I haven't either. Someone gifted me It Ends With Us. And then I started following her, but then I keep seeing Layla a lot on like social media and stuff.
I'm gonna add it to my Goodreads.
Well, I'm fine with any of those because I haven't read them. I just
Me too.
needed a book.
Okay, I'll announce it by Wednesday.
Okay.
Deal.
Maybe tomorrow, but by Wednesday. I sent the author another message today. I was sending her message on Instagram. Now I tried Facebook Messenger. I tried her agent. 2 of them got bounced back. So then I sent it to like a publicist. And then I sent her another message saying the email contacts on your website are out of date. They all bounced back. Can you give the info to your agent?
I want to keep that up to date.
I know, especially if you're having a Netflix thing coming out.
Yeah.
And it's on purpose.
It's been an hour. I don't want to keep you guys. You guys want to take a picture? Do you have your book there?
I do.
Oh, yeah.
You don't need to, but hold on, let me do a screenshot. Wait, hurry up. Yay! 1, 2, 3. Hold on. Okay. Does anybody have anything else to add about the book or anything we didn't mention? Anything you liked or hated? Do you want to talk about?
I don't think so.
No,
Okay.
I enjoyed it. I mean, it just was the last part. And actually it was like not the complete last section. It was just like those last 30 pages where you think you'd be dying to finish it. And it, it kind of fell flat.
That day dragged on for there to be like no climax to it.
Yeah.
It was like going up, and then it's like, oh, she died. And then they had a fight, and the fight was like not a fight.
Right. It would have almost been better had they had to announce the information, and then the public heard that she had an abortion, and then it was like, okay, then they're gonna have to deal with the aftermath. But
Yeah.
Right. Telling her daughter and everything.
Yeah.
Even like I'm
Exactly.
just gonna bring it up because we just talked about it. Her talking to the soldier's dad. Like, why wouldn't the president just talk to him or like send an aid or something?
Right.
Mhm.
And then
Agreed.
like, or had sent her 5 or 6 days earlier. The guy was there forever.
Mhm.
Like, I don't understand why that was such a big deal that he wouldn't speak to him.
Yeah.
I agree.
Did everybody send in their address on the form?
Yes, I did.
I think so.
I'll be mailing you something a little.
When is your website gonna be done?
Soon. My web is being perfectionist. So it's mostly done. There's 2 pages that are not we might hold off and launch them later just so we can launch it. It'll be up soon. I can't wait.
Well, just trying to support you.
Thank you. Invite your friends to the book club so we have more people. It doesn't have to be people I know.
Well, when the next book, I will say, hey, if anyone wants to join a virtual, blah, 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 I'll definitely do that.
Yes, thank you. Last time we had a good crowd.
Yes.
I found it because a teacher I used to work with, I guess you guys had like a book exchange or something for Christmas.
Oh, yeah, we did.
And
What was it?
a teacher I used to work with, Eileen Amador.
Oh, she's one of my best friends.
Oh, awesome. She was my son's fourth grade teacher too.
Ah,
My older one. He's a junior in high school now, but she got to trade with a teacher I work with now. Christine Zaru.
oh,
So I
okay.
guess
She
they
was
were
in a
both
sorority.
out of- Oh yeah. So I work with Zaru now. And
Okay.
I'm like,
Small
oh.
world.
So then I saw they tagged you and I was just like, what is this? So I
Yes,
I
we
was
did
like,
a holiday gift exchange, book exchange. Whoever wanted
Super
to
cute.
join. It was fun.
Oh, cool.
I love that. So that's how I found you.
Thank you for joining.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Thank you for having me.
We've had all age groups. The last one we had a big range of people.
So I think that was because of the author, right?
Probably, yeah.
That was a big draw. I mean, probably, like you say, a lot of people probably read the book, but maybe it's the time change too.
Yeah, maybe. Or the Bachelor finale tonight.
What is the Bachelor finale?
I mean, we had
I
like
saw that.
15 RSVPs today, and a lot of more people I know read because they messaged me about the book like throughout on like the Bella Vida Instagram, but then they didn't RSVP. So
I almost forgot about it. I was just sitting here and I looked at my watch. I'm 7:30 already, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And I just came quick. I was
and then like a
"Let me
couple
do it."
people were like, "We didn't finish the book, so we're not joining to ruin it."
I told my friend about it, but I knew that she was not going to be about this book. Like I knew right off the bat. I'm like, I told her, and she started listening to it, and then she's like, I just didn't finish. I know she might be into that Layla book if it's like mysterious.
Okay. The
So
other one
maybe
is
if
too. The Lucky
okay.
Girl Live. They're both thrillers.
Okay.
That was what the vote was for the next
This
one.
is. I'm reading this one right now. It's kind of a thriller like that. The Last
Yeah,
Mrs.
good at reading
Parrish.
that.
It's pretty
Is
good.
it good?
It's a Reese book, so it has to be good.
I mean, I started it like 3 days ago, and I'm like halfway through already.
Oh,
It's like, you want to keep reading, but that's my other book club book for this month.
Some
So yeah, we're just following some of the Reese ones. Like she picked a bunch of, we'll go there and we'll pick one. I started some Alice Hoffman ones. Do you guys like Alice Hoffman?
I don't know who that is.
I've never read any of her books.
Did you guys, when you were younger, remember that movie Practical Magic?
Yeah.
With Nicole
Yes.
Kidman and this is the story of the sisters and how they came to be and of Alice Owen and witches and stuff like that. The one I just read was called The Rules of
Okay.
Magic. It was really cool. It was
Yeah.
interesting.
I've never picked her up.
But yeah, they have the Practical Magic book and then they have one called Magic Lessons. I guess it's like a trilogy type thing. Interesting. I like
So
it.
you like it? It's good.
Yeah, The Rules of Magic is the only one I've read, but it takes place like before Practical Magic, so it's like their grandparents and their kids. So it's pretty cool. I liked it.
I'm just curious, why do I need to do that?
All right, guys, I'm gonna take off.
No, we're gonna end.
I gotta
Thank
put
you
the
all
little
for
one.
joining tonight.
Thank you, everyone.
We had
Bye.
fun.
Bye.
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 Good to see you guys.
Good
You
to
too.
see
Thank you for joining.
Thank you for having us, Michelle.
You're welcome.